Hi guys, and welcome to the Rocket League Replays YouTube channel. Today, we want to present the video replay of the match between Team Vitality and Spacestation Gaming during the Rocket League World Championship 2024. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
One of these teams gets to go back to the hotel and go to sleep.
Well, I think both teams might go back and go to sleep. We'll see, but can't forget, Game 1 brought to us by Progressive. We're about to get things underway. Spacestation trying to knock EU off their high horse, already starting out in Game 2 with a win in Vitality. I don't think that's right.
We'll see.
There we go.
Quick reminder as well that
This is Game 1.
whoever does win this one will be playing later on today. Only 2 and 1 rounds, so we'll have quite a few of our qualifiers already through. And then we get to tomorrow, where it is elimination the whole way. A crowd in the building, and oh boy, can I not wait. But both these teams, as much as I'm sure that they love playing in front of a crowd, they would rather wait 1 day extra.
Certainly. That pressure being eliminated through the Swiss stage, and already things getting out to a good start for Vitality. Rosen, you could hear him yelling from across the stage. Wonderful interference play by Alpha, and then Radosin there to bully that one through.
It's just always the case. You don't quite know what you're expecting from them on the outplays. You know they are capable of just floating with grace, but sometimes they just bully it. Go for the shoulder first strategy, and you weren't ready for it. Oh, that's a nice pass to Zen.
Oh,
Zen's missed the open net. He gets a second chance. No, not quite.
And Zen will have to retreat low on boost here, but Alpha's so quick. LJ had tons of boost to work with. You saw Hoxer try to path over the corner boost. LJ will have another attempt here, but again, quickly challenged off the ball. Perhaps Vitality knowing that LJ is that star player, not wanting to give him looks, but it's too much. They can't get in front of LJ. Wonderful pass from Chicago.
I really thought they were going to have it on this pass here, but instead it was the light touch that started it that baited in the goalkeeper, allowed the second to be floated to the left, and you've got no one left to stop the follow-up shot. 1-1, Vitality ruining the earlier miss.
Lovely card control there, like you said, from Chicago. That first flick, maintaining possession, catching it again, and getting that pass over. And also for Spacestation fans, probably happy that it was LJ getting that goal, taking that shot. That is the player that Spacestation wants to activate.
Oh, that's off the backboard. Radosin leaps forward. Zen holding the midfield. He's beat to it by Chicago. Alpha loses his car for his troubles. Low boost overall here for Vitality. Alpha's picked up 100. Gonna have to be as relevant as possible here, but now it's Radosin and Zen. Very low, good bumps though from Alpha, prevents Chicago from following up.
That was a dangerous ball out into the middle of the field, and it's given Spacestation this control. Vitality pushed far back. Chicago didn't want to waste what little boost he had. Wasn't able to get a bump either. Now another chance for Zen to kickstart this counterattack, and it will result in a goal for Vitality.
And it's the exact same play. Zen missed it earlier on, but he has been the target man, picks up 100, get the ball over to him, and get the success that you deserve. Vitality 2, Spacestation 1, and importantly, James, Spacestation need to start looking for that.
They do. They need to lock down those corners much better. Both of those goals for Vitality going from the corner in. Someone needs to be there on that near post, ready to punch it out. We see Chicago there this time. We'll take it up in the air. Flip reset pass attempt, but it was too far away from LJ.
That's an absolutely lovely drift back down. Stay at 2-1. Alpha 0 boost. Still gets the challenge. And Radosin couldn't finish it. Alpha's 50 to get that to him was immaculate.
Spacestation thinking they're lucky stars that they got away without conceding another goal. Vitality have the initiative in Game 1.
Now there's another shot. Chicago keeps it away. Reasonably comfortable for him. Needs a bit of help. Again, the 50 out to Zen. Radosin. That's going to leave it because Alpha hits the post. If Vitality could hit their shots, this one would be over.
And it hurts worse because Alpha's on my fantasy team. That one I thought surely was a goal. Alpha just off target. Vitality multiple chances. They are dictating the tempo of this game, but that errant touch, a good 50 from Hoxer, but you saw Alpha slow things down, just taking the no-flip 50s, buying so much time for Vitality.
Yeah, Vitality have got all control when it comes to the 50s. And again, just find the pass to someone midfield. Zen waiting for it. They've actually used Mr. Fake Out option. Redosin chooses not to take the shot. As good as Vitality have had, they're only up by 1. They need to try and make at least one more of these opportunities stick.
Leaving the door open for Spacestation. This is a shot opportunity. Hoxer gets a piece of it. Chicago, how will he play it? Battles through that first contact. Can't get the 50, but ball rolling out to LJ. LJ's 50 will kick off the side hard. Redosin misses. Hoxer infield to Chicago. Chicago slots it.
You have to finish your plate. If you don't, stuff like that can happen to you. Again, it's those very narrow passing plays that Spacestation nail every time.
And Spacestation had almost no boost whatsoever. And we see a kickoff piece come out as well. Great composure.
Oh,
but there's
my
the
goodness.
demo. There's the response from Vitality.
I was looking straight across me. The biggest pop-off there was from Fairy Peak. The kickoff play, one that you know he drew up, works brilliantly.
Wow, so Spacestation fighting from behind this whole game. They finally tie it up. And then shortly after kickoff, giving it up, and now a chance for them. The infield pass! It's haymakers left and right. Blow after blow, landing. This time it's Spacestation who come out on top.
Unbelievable from Hoxer. He knows the challenge is going to happen, so he realizes, I've got to play the wide version of this. I've got to take it over here and just see if I can find a teammate. 3-3. And for a match that Vitality in the opening half were very comfortable in, they are now really up against it. Good stop from Alpha, straight to the path of Redosin.
And it looked like Redosin had missed the corner boost or chosen not to get it off kickoff, and that almost bit Vitality. Flip reset now from Zen. He brings it back down to the ground, kicks it forward. Has to bail out. Alpha's turn to go in.
That's an unbelievable stop there from Alpha. Here's LJ. Just pull back down. Zen, one more chance. Can he get this done in regulation? Not when he's getting challenged that early. And Chicago more than comfortable off the backboard. Spacestation want this final opportunity to be theirs. Doesn't look like it's going to be the case. And Alpha hit that with quite a bit more than he might have intended. So we have overtime.
And it's shocking that we're sitting here in overtime. Those first few minutes dominated by Vitality. Spacestation showing their grit and determination. LJ getting to that corner boost. Did get a piece of Zen as well, but Zen still trying to stay in the play off the ceiling.
Dosin dives forward. Alpha got the 100. He's going to steal another on his way through, trying to set up. There's nobody there. Now Chicago on the breakaway. That's in a nice spot. Hoxer can at least try and chase up with some pressure. Redosin's missed the ball. Vitality keep tripping up over their own shoelaces.
But somehow Redosin landing in a spot that's decent for the attack and steals that corner boost. Big 50 here. How will Zen take it? Oh, it kicks all the way up above net to slow things down and force a lot of boost out of Redosin.
Bump was needed. Gonna need to get more contact as well because the goalkeeper would not have been happy in that position. Boost starting to run lower and lower. Redosin and Zen. Now with Redosin, he's got time. First touch pretty heavy. Off the bump, he's got it to Zen, who I don't think had the reset. Either way, that ball was always traveling away from him.
Oh, and a miss from Redosin, Chicago. He's been nice on the passes. Oh, that was a scary moment there. There's the shot. That's just off for Vitality.
Vitality need to keep players behind the Spacestation back line. They found so much success there earlier on. They should not abandon it now. But it's easy to say when there's 5 minutes on the clock. Not so much when the next goal decides it.
Just a chance here. Hoxer, heavy first touch, got way too far out. Chicago running out of boost before he can get back to it. LJ trying to pop it up downfield. Redosin interrupted by Hoxer. Don't be able to get a double off the sidewall. 2 and up for Spacestation. Now Zen going for a reset, has it, and waits. Didn't want to go for that second flip. Knew that he wouldn't be able to get there first.
I think he might have wanted Alpha just to take it off in midair. Bit of a miscommunication potentially. Good challenge. You always get very worried about where is that going to kick out to. Oh, 2 players up, but you've got to finish it, and they couldn't, directly at Alpha. Now the breakaway opportunity here for Vitality. That's a huge boost still there from Chicago, and now it will just fizzle away.
So close for Spacestation. The tide is starting to turn.
I'd say it's been turned for a while. They have, I'd say, been a better team in this OT.
I would agree with you, Shogun, especially shocking after how dominant Vitality seemed to be, but those missed shots early on now surely haunting Vitality. But the game's not over yet. This game could turn on a dime. Zen airborne, keeps pushing, will position for a 50, but gets bumped off the ball.
Yeah, that demo on Radosin, I think he was the one that he was trying to drop it down to. Zen sticks around with low boost, just trying to give Radosin a chance to rejoin the rotation. Leaves it. Might have preferred to grab the reset. Either way, ball's still in a good spot. See, everyone is just crowding up for Vitality. They want their chance.
Chicago was so patient, though. Alpha tested a bit. Will pick up that corner also. Trying to get down to the ball, but a great challenge from Chicago. Zen a little awkward on his approach. This opens the door for a Space Station attack. There's a bump off the ball. Alpha, with a little bit of time, punts it high, but LJ still blocks it.
Really frustrating. Oh, wait, they've got somebody back here. Chicago, couldn't quite get it. Wanted that to slide straight across, so missing the ball can certainly be forgiven. Still a nice spot. Hoxer with Chicago, maybe the person to get that too. That first touch really let him down, but here's LJ to try and clean it all up. It's awkward, but it's not dangerous.
Yeah, you called it. That first touch from Chicago maybe could have been a bit cleaner to set up a double tap that could have been threatening. Still, Space Station having quality attacks in the zone. Wonderful 50 from Radosin. He pops it up. LJ will use up all his boost to get behind this ball, trying to pinch it out, but he's stopped by Alpha.
Booming clear. Zen, ceiling reset, over the top!
And that was what I was referring to, Shogun. The game turning on a dime. And Zen turning on a dime on the ceiling, getting back to that ball, finishing the game. A grueling battle for
bits of time, but they were the better of the teams in that OT.
And it just comes down to those few moments. You think about that Chicago double tap. If he would have had a better first touch, might have been able to put a double tap shot on target, force the rebound for LJ or Hoxer. Weren't able to make it happen. Vitality, they came up clutch in a few defensive situations. But now we see offensively, Space Station still going. Those infield passes setting up LJ, continue to generate opportunities, but that time came up short.
Space Station do a phenomenal job of just getting themselves to positions where you think as a defender, they have to be taking a shot here. And then they still don't. Oh, that's gonna go the whole way! Well, Hoxer coast to coast!
There's the opposite, so surely they're gonna be going for a pass.
LJ's right there, surely!
Let it go in.
Well, that was something special.
Sometimes that little touch at the end is enough, especially when a defender jumps early. Perhaps Zen wanting to defend a flip reset pass or something, trying to shut that down early, but Hoxer being unpredictable, reading the defense as well, just poking that towards net, knowing that Vitality was vulnerable.
Good early challenge there from Chicago, but they're gonna need more of it. Dose it, back to his own corner, or the other corner. Chicago not quite bumped. Chicago's doing so much work. 3 players had to be committed, but Alpha was left in a good spot.
We did see Chicago do that in the first game on offense, having a flick catch, then a flick into a pass. Now we see the air dribble bump into a 50. LJ, like the juggernaut, cannot be stopped.
And the question really becomes, where's the early challenges? Vitality, who built their name of always being there, seem a little bit hesitant right now. And you can't do that against a Space Station that are popping off in this game.
And it seems like this is momentum carrying over from that overtime. It seemed like Space Station was the better team in that overtime, even though they conceded that goal and lost that game. We're seeing them comfortable. It looks like they have Vitality red.
That's really good read there from LJ, because that's the sort of touch that you see and just go, oh, okay, I ain't got a shot at getting that.
And somehow they get the touch.
And somehow they get the best touch. That's the reason why they're on the stage.
Oh,
there's the infield. Hoxer's just got to make contact.
This must be alarming for Vitality. Chicago He's been picking the defense apart. He just lets the defender beat themselves. The defender says, oh, Chicago's probably gonna flick it like all the times he had before. All the times he flicked it past us, Chicago says, nope, I'll let you fly right by, and then, thank you, I'll pass it right into this open lane.
And here comes Chicago yet again. He can keep this going. Oh, the flip wouldn't quite reach, but look at the boost totals. That one's off the crossbar. Space Station are running roughshod.
So now a chance to
stop it.
Oh. They're trying to get that first goal on the board for Vitality. Vitality has had no answers. I think really the silver lining for Vitality is that it is early in the game. But a 3-goal deficit is going to be a tough one to battle back from.
There goes Hoxer, just trying to play for pace. And here's one of those score lines now where Space Station can kind of settle on it and just try and make life difficult for Vitality. Massive clear. Hoxer's going to send that all the way to the blue side of the field. Alpha up. And Alpha back down with at least territory. Zen's going to chase forward. Didn't want to try go for it, but there will come a point where Vitality will have to bite on those. Oh my goodness, what a block! Radosin became a brick wall!
And I love this play from Radosin. Perfect first touch. He sets it up like he's gonna go for the shot. He has Chicago commit to blocking the shot, and then at the last second, air rolls his car down to get that light 50, uses his wheels to make sure that he can get that ball blocked off a 100% and force it through. So lovely from Radosin, so smart. And that came at a critical time for Vitality.
It was Radosin that really seemed to take his play up to another level. This time last year at the World Championship. They might need it again. This time it was the other two coming forward. Alpha, one on target. Space Station would love to at least re-establish their 2-goal lead, but they've got Zen to contend with in that backside of the field. Got boost, he's got the ball, he's faked it out for the 100, and I'm not entirely sure his teammates knew what the play was supposed to be.
I agree with you, because Radosin probably would have given Zen a little bit more space to be able to come in. Radosin looked surprised, but there's demos back-to-back. Radosin tried to tip it around Chicago, but Chicago getting a touch to safety. Hawks are a little awkward. It looked like he got a piece of Alpha playing the attackers instead of the ball. Space Station, at least for now, withstanding this pressure from Vitality.
Just over a minute left. I think awkward has been the best way to describe Vitality in this game. Just not in their flow state, arriving to plays a little bit too early, and then they just got to stop the car, hesitate, lose all the momentum. Although, Hoxer had to get contact. They're still in trouble. Top corner, Hoxer had it red.
Another shot coming in. Radosin, he scored last time. Backward defended by a low boost Chicago. LJ has enough in the tank to get this one, even raising it on the second effort. LJ able to get this out of the zone, and now on the attack. Around one, going for a 50. Rebound out to Hoxer, was a little too far away from him.
Doesn't matter for them though. It's killed time off the clock and has killed a lot of it. 30 seconds, 2 goals needed. Alpha gonna try and lay it up. There's a demo on the backside of the field. Radosin, that pass was to him. Unfortunately, his car is in itty bitty pieces.
And that's the same for the Vitality attack. That one, see a demo out of the air. You're thinking maybe that one will drop down in front of net. No, Space Station's defense handled that perfectly.
Alpha's got to score with some time on the clock. Zen and Radosin are available. They can't get to either of them. Zen's going to at least, he's going to try for the Psycho. Ah, not quite. He's not got the boost for it. But Space Station in this game,
to try to find their footing and get back into this one.
well, for both of these teams, they will be more desperate than usual to win the next 2 in a row. I should remind everybody, whilst I don't have the graphic here, so I'm not going to get too much into the details. Seeding is massive in this tournament. Game differential is huge. You need the 3-0s. You can't get that. A 3-1, well, it wouldn't do a miss.
The seeding, so important. Determining those matchups. And the matchup's important because you want to have the best shot at winning as possible, and also build that confidence as you move towards the end of this tournament, where it gets progressively harder. Things looking difficult for Vitality right now. Zen with low boost, though! No boost, no problem. Zen gets the job done.
Again, Radosin just pops up. But I think it was a bit of a mistouch, just because you can't get that hit when you're in defense and drop it in the penalty box. That is a big no-no at this level, and Zen happy to remind them.
And again, it's Zen, who's that individual player stepping up, but an immediate response from Spacestation. We've seen it even in game 1. The back and forth after kickoff, and it's Spacestation who makes it happen again.
I'll tell you what, Chicago, very smart to put that one as low down as possible, because Alpha had at least the angle. But everyone spots those nows, those squishy, those in and out saves. Nobody wants to get stopped by those, especially, I suppose, after seeing the Oski go.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, that squishy squish from Oski. Zen, airborne, reset, bringing it back down to the ground. We've seen Zen get those resets quite a bit, and oftentimes he hasn't even been using them. So maybe he's just trying to lure in those defenders, get him complacent, and maybe rip one quickly to get one on target, but Spacestation have been looking good.
I think you make a brilliant point, actually, because, oh, that's maybe not the touch. Zen has very often gone up for these edgeable plays, these outplays, and nobody from Spacestation is going to say hi to him. They just let him do it, bring everyone into the final third, just go, okay, this ball is going to drop here eventually.
They've been trusting their reads, and also it seems like Zen hasn't had enough boost to, after the reset, make the play happen, but Alpha, he's got all the resources needed. A beautiful play. This first touch gets up, back to the ball, late flip. LJ caught staring.
Yeah, LJ just turned a little bit close to his front post. And as soon as that touch was hit, he didn't even move, really. He just knew, okay, that one's not gone very well for us. Does pick up at least 100 off this kickoff. Might need it as well, because Alpha is steaming forwards. That's going to drop down. LJ has that one very well read. And that's just going to be played into the corner.
That was such a big play from Alpha, getting back to the ball. Now has an opportunity to do it again. Goes for the double! Alpha denied by Hoxer! Hoxer's had a handful of brilliant saves this series.
But you're now starting to see the danger. If you're not going to challenge midfield, you're going to let them get the read and just go, well, we can now start going for your net. You can have one chance to stop us.
Oh.
Chicago, look to Redosin! Redosin! Oh, it's straight into the path of Zen!
Oh, this went wrong for Vitality. Redosin did everything right. Dodges the play from Chicago, gets the 50. It's going up the wall. Zen, in a panic, was trying to get back. And it's one of those situations, Shogun. Wrong place, wrong time.
Rocket League is a physics-based game, and sometimes those physics do not agree with you. So unlucky. Infield pass, LJ. Oh, that was going to be a chase down. Hoxer is the main protagonist to get to this one, and yep, he has got nobody in his way to try and get to it before him. Oh, what a pass! Zen's got no chance!
And this was a demo, which forced Zen all the way back on respawn, and then that space was given to Chicago in the midfield. And we've seen this from Spacestation multiple times. They have someone in the mid ready for that pass, ready to take the shot, and they are finding each other.
It's like you always know the infield is happening, and it doesn't matter. Because the infield is happening, whether or not you think you can get there or not.
Well, Zen knew he couldn't get there because of the new update. You have that vision of where you're going to spawn. Had to be helpless there as Chicago took that space, and it was a perfect passing play. Spacestation, they are looking fierce. Another shot, weak shot. LJ maybe could have done better. Looked like another scoring chance for Spacestation.
Yeah, that pass deserved a better shot. Zen just cuts straight across the face of the defender. Zen is also far side, couldn't find the pass over to him. Alpha, infield, Zen, oh, we had to slow up the car, and now there's nobody back. Oh. They might get there, yes.
It's Vitality catching a break. If Hoxer had any boost to get there, that would have been another goal, but because Hoxer had no boost, that bought just enough time for Vitality's defense to streak back.
Speaking of Hoxer, he's about. Wanted to try and put that one on net. Minute 20 on the clock. Vitality, after the start they had, are really up against it here. Chicago with LJ, doesn't even need him. Zen will clear long, and Hoxer leaving this now for LJ. Will they regret that, though? That is good territory for Vitality. Lovely touch. LJ waiting for it. First touch let him down, but he can't recover it. That is the joy of having brilliant mechanics. You can turn anything into magic.
LJ is remarkable, gets the touch over, gets the extra touch into a reset, into a demo. LJ, he did it all.
LJ is that guy that has maxed out his stats in a skateboarding game, and you just see the name of the move pop up, and you're like, yeah, nobody can do that in real life. No, LJ can do that.
And LJ has done it against Vitality in Game 3. We saw the Juggernaut play before where he got the bump into the 50. And this time, working magic once more. That shot will find its target, so this game gets a little more interesting. Vitality within one, 32 seconds left for them to work with.
And it's Vitality that have had to make some of these goals look a little bit more ugly. Crowded around in that corner, it eventually popped out to the third man. 32 seconds. Vitality, oh, they tried for a bit of a trick kickoff. Didn't work out entirely, but they do have good territory here.
Oh, such a smart no-flip 50 from LJ, getting into a wave dash as well. Allows him to be more defensive, but there is a demo. We'll see how oh, Chicago with the demo in response. Chicago and a bump as well. So annoying to play against. Chicago, one of the best demoers in the game.
Just put that away from Zen's diving in car. Vitality, you've got to go coast to coast. That's such a free jump, and it still wasn't enough from Alpha. So they might get one more shot at this, but with lower boost and with a space station that are more than ready for it. Looking for the bump mid-air. They've got two players going for it. Backboard, Hoxer, ready and waiting. Zen takes him out, but he was covered. Space Station always have somebody ready to help.
World champions.
Somebody at home is going to be asked, so how did LJ do today? You just go, okay, he got a sidewall double, a demo, and a flip reset. It was like, oh, for 3 goals. No, one.
All in one play. And then you say, no way, that can't be possible. And then you send him the clip.
Here comes Zen. A Vitality squad that need to turn this around here. At least if you are in a 3-1 qualification, you get a chance to add yourself to an extra layer of protection when it comes to our full brackets. If you lose this, you are in, well, you have to win everything for the rest of the tournament. There's nothing else available for you. And there's not a spot that Vitality want to be in. Radosin, he has been the flair of times. Gave them a couple of very crucial goals in the last game. Almost provided another one here.
But it seems like it's been taking those individual efforts from Vitality. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, you got Space Station working as a team, connecting on those infield passing plays, landing demos, creating space, giving each other room. Will Vitality be able to do the same, or will they just be able to have those individual effort plays? We'll find out. Space Station, though, can end this series here and now.
Zen with Alpha in support. And as always, it just seems like the pass isn't quite accurate enough. On the opposite side of the field, the pass is always accurate enough.
Right at Zen, though. Zen, he didn't jump into that ball. It blasted off his hood because the shot was so heavy. Now a chance for Radosin in the air. All he'll be able to do is hit it towards the backboard. Didn't have boost for adjustment. Still might have been able to get a double. Zen with a fake, but that's shut down. Hoxer's defensive reads have been quite good this series.
LJ already up. Alpha waiting for his chance, and he will get it. Off the backboard. Might jump in there from Hoxer. Chicago had to do a decent amount of work just to keep them in a good spot. Oh, a whiff there from Alpha. Zen will at least clear for now. Demo, Radosin going to keep chasing forwards. Couldn't find Hoxer's car, couldn't find LJ's car. And now you can see Chicago waiting for it. No goals in our opening 2 minutes. Vitality, though, are the team more desperate to get it.
Oh, certainly. Their back is to the wall. LJ has no boost, but even that won't stop LJ sometimes. Chicago up for a 50. Pinches over Zen's head. Hoxer up against Radosin. Zen somehow manages to get that corner boost. Hoxer didn't grab it.
That boost. For a second time there by Zen. 2 minutes 20 now on the clock. Radosin looking for LJ's car. Vitality have tried to be a bit more physical in this game. Haven't found success for it just yet. But they just need the one. Radosin into the path of Chicago. Zen had to jump earlier than he wanted to just to avoid being bumped. And that means the hit was a little bit weaker. Invited Space Station in. It's just, what is the follow-up supposed to be on these sort of plays? This time around, it's to hand it to Zen.
It seems like Vitality is just not on the same page. Even that touch to Zen looked like it was a pass, but it was to nobody. Now a setup for Hoxer. Hoxer, light touch into a 50, tries to power it through, and somehow that's out the first time, and it's cleared out now, kicked all the way down to the other side of the field. But Spacestation will gain control.
Alpha did brilliantly. Had to pre-jump it, knew he didn't want to get bumped, and he did it all by himself. He's kept it at 0-0. Alpha now back up. Again, they just can't find the bump. Chicago almost taken out for his troubles. Gonna drop down in a nice position for Radosin. Gonna try and play it around the corner, and he got the Goomba Stomp over on LJ. Versus Chicago. Hoxer, who has he got to aim for? Radosin's his best option. Radosin's next best option is Zen with Alpha pre-jumping, and it's in!
It finds its mark. We have to see where Space Station's defense was. Chicago goes high on the back wall. He's probably expecting to defend the double tap. But LJ was late to rotate back and was expecting Chicago to make that save because he was third man.
I don't know if you can hear it back home, but Radosin is popping off at the moment. He really wants this win. Hoxer off the ceiling. No, he won't get the reset. Makes life a lot easier there for Alpha.
This would be a quality win for Vitality. This is not the same Space Station that we've seen on the international level. They have reached new speeds, a new gear they've found. Chance for Chicago to even this one up.
From that point, Space Station have for the longest time been the also-rans. NA has been G2, and almost to a lesser extent, Gen.G that have made those runs through the bracket. SSG want to add themselves to those records, but they've got to get the job done here against Vitality. They're running out of time here in game number 4. As Zed just going to try and play for the corner. No need to try and play for the goal. And this is who you want on the ball right now. The time is being wasted. Chicago low boost. Radosin fakes the first challenge, gets the second one. And now it's Space Station's turn. Have to go all the way. They can't do it. So we are going to Champions Field. Champions Field 100 times. Let's see if we can get a game 5 to match that accolade.
Oh yeah, to have the defending world champs line up against this NA squad. What a treat that we're in for. Vitality, despite that game 1, I think game 1 they started out looking like the better team, Shogun, but it seems like since then Vitality's been playing on the back foot. Space Station having all the aggression as we have a pause come out to let the nerves boil over even more.
So we will jump back into this once we know what is going on. Good news is there will be no controversy on it.
I mean, that's a bold prediction.
Well, it depends on how quickly the kickoff goal comes in for this one. Still think the power one was very funny.
Yes, and it appears that they are just going to be remaking the lobby, and we'll get that game going as soon as possible. It'll take a couple minutes, but we'll get back into the game as soon as we can. And just to remind everybody, maybe you're just tuning in, you're thinking, okay, this one was, okay, looking on paper, oh, Europe's dominating the World Championship once again, or so it seems, with how many EU teams are sitting up there in the 2-in-1 round.
You can't see me at home, but I'm just going to give James a thumbs up.
But you're expecting, okay, Vitality going up against Space Station. Oh, Space Station's what, the 3rd best team in NA? I mean, it's just...
Yeah, I think that's, difficult to argue against.
But now I think that things have changed. Seeing Space Station the way they've played, LJ being unlocked was the secret, but Hoxer has been making some big plays on defense, and then Chicago getting involved offensively. We saw him with that flick, catch into another flick, perfect pass. He's also been being able to receive the passes, score the goals on those infield passes in the middle, the head fakes leading to those open net goals for Space Station. It looks like they're playing with confidence, and they're backing up that confidence with capability. They are landing their shots, making plays. LJ hitting a worldie, a couple of them this series. So Space Station, they're not laying down. And it looks like they might upset this EU Titan in Vitality if they keep playing the way they have been.
Yeah, so a quick update as well on what this would do for either team should they win. Obviously, they would go to 2-1. For Vitality, their game differential, I believe, would go, that's not updated for me right there, but I think it would be +3?
Bold to do math live.
Very bold. But what I'm seeing is a 1-2 for them against Spacestation with +1 overall, so that's going to get even out to +2. Then add one more should they win this. Spacestation, the best they can do would be +1, so they would be the lowest seed going into the next round.
Which, I mean, going into
they wouldn't care.
Round,
They've got through to the next round.
you get through the next round. It's like pick your poison, really. So, I mean, just getting the win. That is what is on top of everyone's mind right here. And you can see Chicago leaning back, trying to get in the zone. And Shogun, you can't forget the very beginning of the series. We saw a lot of yawns out of Vitality.
Yes.
I'm sure they've woken up by now.
I mean,
right?
You've got to play again today if they win this one, so you would hope so.
All right, well, we'll be getting back into the game in just a few moments. This is the 100th best of 5 going the distance that we've seen on LAN. Who will walk away with the victory? Vitality or Space Station? We're getting back into it.
It wasn't hype enough the first time, so we are going to do it again. Vitality versus Space Station. One of these teams will move to 2-1. The other one will have to lick their wounds and come back in the 1-2 round and fight tomorrow for their spot in the playoffs.
And it looks like there was a version of that bot kickoff 2 going. Such a quick cheat behind. It almost panned out there for Vitality. Space Station surviving at least for now, but we're seeing a lot of demos come out. Redosin tracking down Hoxer. Another demo from Alpha. Is this an adjustment?
I'd say almost less of adjustment and more, it's actually working this time. They were trying for a couple of demos in the last game, just struggled to find them. Trying to put Space Station off their footing, get the cut across in rotation. Redosin didn't have any boost.
And that boost
helped.
respawned right as Redosin drove past it and then fell into the hands of LJ, who's now putting it to good work. The flick defended by Redosin. Redosin getting a demo on that sidewall. Vitality having a good start so far. Space Station playing quite a bit of defense to kick off Game 5.
Zen realizes he's got no one in support, so he's going to have to go the whole way by himself. That drops down. It's very difficult to take the shot from there, though. A half-hearted attempt from Redosin. Knew that he was going to have to probably rotate back pretty quickly. Zen not going to be near that one, so Redosin tasked with taking over, avoids getting demoed, now tries to get it past Chicago. Chicago looks very awkward. The drop down. Redosin did well to get that transition from one side of the field to the other. Now what can the rest of his team do with it?
There's a demo, LJ. Getting a demo in the midfield to go for Space Station, and they both go back down, wasting boost. This could be an opening for Vitality.
I think quite importantly, though, 2 players went, and Zen thought, well, there's no way 2 of them are going to miss that. I'm not going. And it might have actually saved them there, because if Zen believed in it, he would have got the goal. Now it's off the side, hits both posts. We stay at 0-0, 3 minutes left to play.
LJ air dribbling past one, was faking a ground pinch pass, now goes for the pass into the middle, but that's blocked by Zen.
Beautiful read from Zen, now opposite side of the field. He's gonna have players in the mid, tries to get it over to them, couldn't bully his way through. Hoxer leaves it for LJ, and LJ just gets rid of it.
Redosin trusting Zen to move in. Zen off the ceiling. Chicago picking up the ball, demoed by Zen, who stole the corner as well. Alpha goes for an infield pass, but no one was there.
So Zen, who has been tasked with at least trying to get some breathing room for Vitality, gonna go yet again. LJ, he has to run away from Redosin, who was out of boost. Thankfully, Chicago would have had him covered. So many demos across the field, and it's left it open! LJ couldn't get there!
Zen! He catches Space Station out again!
And it's Redosin who forced LJ to become a spectator. All of the new demo and ability to see where you're going to respawn, and LJ would have liked to have seen something different.
And we saw that at the very beginning of the game, Shogun. All the demos coming out, it's clear that Vitality saw that as a potential opening and have pounced on it, and it has paid off.
They have got tremendous experience behind them to talk them through strategies, to give them something to target in Fairy Peak as their coach. Has he put together a masterclass? Radosin fakes the first challenge, leaves it for Zen, who has been everywhere in Game 5. Reasonably quiet for long periods of this best of 5. When they've needed him, he has popped up. But for me right now, James, Spacestation needs to make sure that this player right here does not get any more demos. Radosin has run roughshod.
And also eyes on LJ. How will LJ respond? LJ been hitting highlight clips. They need him to answer the call just like Zen did.
Good couple of bumps attempted there from LJ, but Zen able to shrug them off. Nash just a play to the corner. Although Vitality seemed to believe somebody was there, so now that looks the infield in Chicago. Unable to find the contact that he was after, but this is going to drop very awkwardly. Well, okay, it's Zen. I will take that one back.
Zen masterfully hitting that to the corner, but he's out of boost. Chicago trying to prevent the immediate clear out of the zone, stays on it, gets another touch, maybe a pinch pass to the middle. Off the bar and in! LJ scores it, all thanks to Chicago, never giving up on the play.
Oh, and Radosin ended up colliding into Zen on his way through. Wanted to try and challenge. They had no boost left on the goalkeeper. 1-1, 37 seconds. Who is going to the qualification rounds?
A bump off the ball. Chicago can't follow it up. Pinch off of the defender, goes straight up off the ceiling. Chicago clearing it downfield, just trying to get some breathing room for Spacestation.
Hoxer off the backboard, looks for the double. It's offside and Zen gets there.
Chicago, back pass over to LJ, who picks up a full tank.
LJ, ceiling reset. Radosin goes to me and goes sailing past. Hoxer with a chance. Alpha had to go earlier. He would have been demoed.
Radosin went for the bump on Chicago, didn't land it. Zen's shot is on target. Rebound to Alpha. Alpha to Radosin, and it touches the ground.
And we have overtime. 100 games on LAN at Champions Field. How else would we finish this?
A blessing to the Rocket League fans.
Chicago out. LJ didn't have the boost to take it. Up goes Radosin. Going to be difficult to find a pass infield, but Zen's not going to have that struggle. Chooses to just play it straight to the path of Hoxer. Again, those demos are being attempted. Not quite the same success, though.
Oh, the bump on the corner as well. Hoxer and Chicago getting mixed up a little bit. Chicago goes for a pinch. It forces Zen up. Chicago has been brilliant this series. Oh, there's a demo. Radosin a bit slow. Hawks are able to 50 that back to the corner of Vitality.
More and more demos. Who's got it first? Zen was beat to the ball. They're so low boost than everyone else. Over the top at LJ. He's got plenty of boost. He's got the balls well and truly put into safety.
But Zen moves in to take it away from him. Alpha waiting for a pass. Zen left the ball. There's a fake or a miss. Hoxer with the 50, LJ takes over, he cuts around one, Radosin on low boost, trying to get to the corner, but he's flopping. Now Alpha goes for a 50, kicks off the corner, Alpha tipping it to safety. And Vitality have a little more room.
Oh, but they've got two players so close together. Can they get Radosin into a good spot? Everyone crowded into the corner. Nice block. Who's next to it? Chicago!
Chicago! With the Centennial Game 5 on LAN.